The moon hung like a pallid coin in the ink-black sky as I stumbled through the dense forest. Branches clawed at my face, and the cold, damp air clung to my skin. Panic gripped me, and each breath felt like shards of ice in my lungs. The darkness was absolute, and I was lost, both in the woods and within the murky depths of my own mind. How had I ended up here? The memory was elusive, slipping through the crevices of my consciousness like water through cupped hands. All I could recall was a flickering streetlight, shadows stretching and contorting on the pavement, and then nothing, an inexplicable void. I trudged forward, my footfalls muffled by the thick carpet of fallen leaves. An otherworldly chill whispered through the trees, an ethereal choir of unseen voices. A fog, both literal and metaphorical, veiled the path ahead. My hands trembled as I clutched the only source of light, a feeble flashlight that cast a feeble glow on the gnarled tree trunks. I didn't know what I was doing. The forest seemed alive with an unnatural energy. Shapes slithered in the peripheral of my vision, elusive and fleeting. The air crackled with an arcane tension, as if the very fabric of reality were unraveling around me. I stumbled upon a clearing, the moon casting an eerie spotlight on a dilapidated shack that loomed like a forgotten relic. My steps faltered as a gust of wind carried a spectral whisper. Unintelligible words clawed at the edges of my consciousness, a cacophony of voices that merged into a dissonant hum. It was as if the forest itself were trying to communicate, to share a tale only understood by the ancient trees and the unseen spirits that dwelled within. Approaching the shack, I felt an inexplicable compulsion to enter. The door, hanging by a single hinge, groaned as I pushed it open. The air inside was thick with dust, and the feeble light struggled to pierce the shadows. Rusty tools lined the walls, and cobwebs adorned the corners like macabre lace. I didn't know what I was doing. A creaking sound echoed from the depths of the shack, drawing me further inside. A staircase, barely visible in the dim light, descended into a subterranean abyss. The air grew colder, and a nauseating scent wafted upward, decaying and ancient, like the very essence of the forest had seeped into the structure. As I descended, the wooden steps groaned beneath my weight. The darkness swallowed me, and the feeble glow of my flashlight became my only tether to reality. The air became oppressive, pressing against my chest like a suffocating embrace. I questioned my sanity, my senses betraying me in this subterranean realm. The staircase led to a chamber adorned with symbols I couldn't comprehend. Arcane glyphs adorned the walls, pulsating with an otherworldly energy. A single flickering candle illuminated a figure hunched over an ancient tome, an old man with sunken eyes and a beard that seemed to merge with the shadows. He spoke in a language I couldn't understand, words that resonated in my bones and sent shivers down my spine. I stood there, paralyzed, as he turned his gaze toward me. His eyes gleamed with a malevolent intelligence, and a sinister smile crept across his face. I didn't know what I was doing. He gestured toward the tome, inviting me to comprehend the forbidden knowledge within its pages. The symbols danced before my eyes, and an unsettling compulsion urged me to reach out, to grasp the secrets that lay dormant in the ancient text. As my fingers brushed the pages, the air itself seemed to shift. Whispers surrounded me, not just audible but coursing through my mind. The ancient knowledge wormed its way into my consciousness, unraveling the fabric of reality. Visions flashed before my eyes, ancient rituals, forgotten realms, and the symbiotic dance between the natural and the supernatural. I didn't know what I was doing. The old man cackled, a sound that echoed through the chamber like the laughter of unseen entities. The symbols on the walls pulsed with an otherworldly glow, and the air crackled with an arcane energy. I felt a presence, ancient and malevolent, coiling around my very soul. In that moment, I understood. I had stumbled upon something beyond my comprehension, a realm where the mundane and the mystical collided. The forest, the shack, the ancient tome. They were conduits to a reality that transcended the boundaries of human understanding. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had opened a doorway to the unknown. As the old man's laughter reverberated in the chamber, I realized that some mysteries were best left unsolved. I clutched the feeble light of my flashlight, my only guide in this descent into the abyss, and prepared to navigate the uncharted territories of the supernatural that awaited beyond the veil.